Okay, hello, welcome in the next modern metagame breakdown. And today we have, I believe, the greatest change since I doing those videos because Affinity takes the crown. And for the first time, I making those videos. It's overtake Boros in the modern metagame. So in this week, Affinity is the king of the modern. I wonder how long it will be, but who knows? So this is why we have like this mighty turtle in here. Okay, so let's go. What about our aggro? We start with the aggro as always. It is 35% of the metagame. And Affinity is, as I said, the main deck of the aggro archetype and the modern metagame in the last 2 week window. And it has almost 40% of the meta share. Its encounter rate is about 32%, and win rate is about 45%, which quite nice sample, 580, and is between 50 and 58%. So it's over 50% of the win rate, which is really good. And here we go, win rate against Zoo, and Zoo is in favor in this matchup, but the sample is not that big and it has like 48 to 64, so still I think in favor against Affinity. We will see how long. Okay, and this challenge overperformer, well, we will talk about it later. Then we have a graveyard decks. It's basically is like exchange between graveyard and the combo decks. So in this week we have a graveyard in the second place with almost 10% of the meta share, which is quite big. But still like to do. Sorry, graveyard is like 15%, so it's less than a half than aggro decks. And the Goyros is 10% of the meta share, which is quite interesting because we have 14 of Affinity and 10% of the Goyro, which is quite nice. A counter rate is about 40%, and the win rate is not that good. It's something between 42 to 52, with not which quite okay sample. And Zoo, it looks like it might be in favor, but look in here. This is the sign that the sample is too low, and you basically have like from 38 to 67. So who knows? It depends how your deck will play. Okay, then we go into the combo and look at here. We got old king of the combo get back on this throne. So the combo is like 12% of the meta game. And Amulet Titan reborn after the bans. It's 5% of the meta share. A counter rate is 22%, and the win rate is something between 47 and 60 with moderate sample. So it is comeback of the amulet. We will see in the upcoming weeks. And for the story of the week 26 of 2026, so uh, aggro is still the king, and Affinity, as I say, take over the Boros, which is like 40% of Affinity and 12%, 30, almost 30% of Boros. So it's like very close, 1%, but still, hello, Affinity is over Boros. So yeah, get used to it probably for some time. I don't know how it will look in the paper because Mox opals are like extremely expensive. So I don't know it will be similar in paper. I believe in paper the Boros will be much more probable. There's like much more probability to meet Boros than Affinity. Okay. So what else? About the challenges, you can see that we have Boros, that we have Affinity, Amulet Titan, Goyros, Vengeance, and Prowess. Also, the domains do make a very good score. You win one challenge. Hello, Playboy. Congratulations. I sent you the message, but still, great score. So let's go for meta trends. Look at that. We have bans somewhere in here. Oh, you can see like energy here. I need to change that. Okay, we have this is like some kind of 4C energy or something like that. So don't think about it. It's like only a few decks, but still we have aggro going here, so we get some kind of lowering after the bans, and then as we all expected, it crawl up. uh, Graveyard decks are quite stable, I believe, and the combo decks going down. So Amulet right now is like there, and the ramp decks, they show them up, so they are like rising. It was like a little bit of the downhill for a combo. Sorry, for blink deck. So this is the blink deck. Sorry. So the blink deck are going back, and I believe the Esper blink is like the major engine of that. So we can see like blink is going back to the game. I don't know. It's good. Oh, sorry. It's like, yeah, it stays. But in here we have a much more interesting thing happening. So look at that. This is the Boros, and it goes down from the bands. Now it's going a little bit up because it's better in the last week. But in here we got Affinity, and Affinity skyrocket in the last week and is now over the Boros, as I said. And look at that, we have also in here in the third place Goyr's Vengeance, and it was as I expected. I said that Goyr's Vengeance is probably one of the best deck because they make perfect scores in the challenges, and right now people start get back to playing in it. Really hard deck to beat. They have a lot of answers, so yeah. And we have also a Jeskai Energy, quite interesting deck, a new one that emerges after the ban. We have Amulet Titan, and we have, as I said, in here we had Esper Blink, and this deck is also quite rising up. It's crawling up quite hard. You can see it starts from this small piece of metashare, and it's going up all the way in here. So I believe this is something that says us that Esper is going back. And for other guy people, like look in here, there's like a land destruction deck, and it is like in here, and it's rising up, and the land destruction is quite solid right now in the meta game. So be prepared for that. That this land destruction is not like, you know, uh, good deck to play against. I hope they ban it, and they get like a new tool from the new expansion set, which yeah is like some kind of the dragon that destroys the lands or something like that. So yeah, that's not perfect one. Okay, so what about a country probability? So now we have Affinity on top, then we have Boros, of course, in the second place, and then we have Goyr's Vengeance. So this is like the top three decks that you have to be prepared when you want to play the leagues. Affinity, Boros, and Goyr's Vengeance. You will probably meet them quite often. Then we have Eldrazi Tron and Esper Blink as a second place. So we got like one in here, two, and then we have Amulet Titan. We can like couple it together because you can see it's like a three decks here. And then in the one, two, three, four, five, six, seventh place, we have Hated by All Land Destruction. It's like 70%. So it's quite popular. It's more popular than Azorius Blink, a new Blink that you can see here. More popular than Living End, more popular than Just Kind Energy, more popular than Prowess, and a lot of other decks that can be interesting. So yeah, land destruction is like something that you need to be careful about and learn how to play against it, because yeah, I hate this deck. uh I hate it because it takes the fun of play, because if you don't have a mana, you basically can do nothing, and the game become more like that I will be able to protect my lands rather than like, exchange, attack, destroy creatures, and all the fun stuff that we all like. Yeah, I need to drink something, so just like mouse cup. Okay. And let's go. Okay, so top decks by the archetype. So in the aggro department, we have the Affinity, which I talk a lot about it. So maybe we just like leave it right now. Then we have the Boros Energy, almost 30% of the meta share. So it's not like the Boros like disappear. It rises from the last week, and it will probably rise and more. But in this week we have Affinity, and then we have in aggro department another energy, not the Boros, but the Jeskai energy. So we go through three colors. They add blue. I never play against this deck. I need to check what they play, but it looks quite interesting. It has 3% of the meta share. So yeah, that's interesting. It's even more popular than Prowess probably, or like similar. So it's strange, but I need to check that. But Jessica Energy deck that probably will be rise more, but I don't know how against the land destruction, because if they have like the three colors, it might be hard for them to play against land destruction. Then we go into Goyra's Vengeance to the graveyard department, and we have Goyra's Vengeance, very good deck, as I say, really powerful, quite nice. Win rate is like, something between 42 and 52, so it's like in the middle. Uh, then we have a Living End, it dropping down. I believe the people hate a lot against Living End, so I talk on the Discord and on Reddit with the people, and they say similar, because right now we have so much hate against Cascade that is hard to play, and the Living End plays the best when people are not prepared for this deck. And then we have the Grixis Reanimator, which goes under 3% of the meta share. The win rate is not perfect, but also the sample is not. So similar for Living End is like 3%, and it's better than Grixis Reanimator, but also the sample size. Look at that, 47 to 64 is like more in the winning department, but still it's not like a solid score. Okay, so then we go into the combo, and here we go, our Amulet Titan, which has quite okay win rate, going more into the winning, 47 to 61. Then we have the broad scale combo. It's going down a little bit. It's only 2% of the meta share. Not it like this win rate doesn't look really good, but the sample size is super low. It's like 35 to 56. So basically, we can say nothing about this kind of spread of the win rate. And then we have the Rabbi Storm, is basically in the level of the broad scale combo, with little bit better maybe win rate. So you can see like those samples here in similar. So Rabbi Storm compared to broad scale combo might look a little bit better, but still the sample is too low, so I will not suggest that those deck I could be better or worse. They have their place in the metagame, and they are both are like extremely dangerous if you know how to play those. Okay, so what to play in upcoming week for 27? Uh, play Domain Zoo. Look at that. Sample is low. I know the sample is really low. But still, we can say that the win rate is something between 55 to 77%. So it's like extremely hard. But I believe it's like more in the winning one. And it's all because of the Playboy and a few other guys from Discord, that they make like really good scores in challenges, really good scores in the leagues. So congratulations to you. This number is really low. I will not suggest you to play Zoo just because of those. I suggest you to play Zoo because like it's super fun deck, and community is perfect. But yeah, what can I do? Okay, another one interesting here, which also small sample size, is Jeskai Energy. Quite good, 49 to 66, still in the more winning department. Quite interesting new version of the energy, worth of try, and definitely worth to check out. Then we have Esper Blink, and as I say, those number is like expected wins in a league. So in here you got expected wins over 3. Here you got expected wins about 3. Here also is like you will do like 3-2 maybe. And in here we got like okay-ish sample size, and still after that Esper Blink has quite winnable win rate. So I said before that Esper Blink will get back sooner or later because it's like extremely powerful deck. Cheers with the water. And then we have a living end. It's in here. Sample size is not that big, but still okay-ish winning rate. So I will maybe try the living end if you wanna. Also, if you want like a deck that is like extremely good, you will go to Affinity because it has like 54 win rate from like extremely rare sample. So I will like stick to it if you want something like really good. And the Boros energy, it's fall down a little bit. It has like a little bit lower win rate, but still it's extremely powerful, and I believe it will get back on the top soon. Okay, so what about the challenge conversions? So we also have like this energy. So probably is like some kind of mistake from my side. So yeah, I need to check it with my tool. But still, look at that. We got basically all of those archetypes have like 100% of uh, that you can meet those in the challenges. But going into top 8, we got like aggro, graveyard, and the control. Those are like 3 archetypes that are going into the top 8 quite often. About winning, we have aggro in here. What decks it will be, I will tell in a second. Then we have a combo. They go very often into the winning. And then we have a mid range, and in mid range we have Zoo. Then we have a graveyard decks and also blink deck. So this is like quite important. So I will focus on those archetypes. Look at that ramp again. Ramp, they have quite okay conversion from top 32 to top 8, but they still do not win anything. So that's something interesting. Okay, so let's go into the decks. And as you can see right now in this weekend, the top is for Affinity. You can see 61 conversion from top 32 into the top 8. Then we have 23 conversion into the winning rate. So it's really good. And only Amulet Titan has similar scores. So we have two best deck, Affinity and Amulet Titan. But when you compare the meta share of those two decks, Amulet Titan is definitely winning against Affinity. They had a little bit worse top 8 from the top 32 conversion, but still has similar winning rate. And yeah, that's really good and has the best top 32 into the winning rate conversion and very good top 8 to top 32 entries. Okay, so what else is here? Eldrazi Throne, very good conversion to top 8, no wins. So that's bad for Eldrazi Pilot. I believe they will get there. Then we have really nice Goyr's Vengeance and the second place in the winning rate. Then we have Zoo. Zoo has like 61% of a top 32 presence. 23% of top 8, really good, like for those numbers that they had, and 7% of winning. So one win is like a 7%. Azorius Blink also have one win, and in here we also have Boros Energy, and we also has Prowess, which began to win. Look at that. It don't have like the perfect presence in top 32, but have very nice conversion to top 8 and winning second week in a row. So congratulations to Prowess Pilots. Really good score, really good results. Then let's go into the challenge results in the Delta. So, about Delta. We has Esper Blink, and it has a really low presence in the metagame and really good conversions to top 32. So, in this week for this score, we have Esper Blink and Andrazitron. Esper Blink, as far as I remember, win a challenge, but Eldrazi did not win, but have a very good conversion to top 8, top 32. And remember that like going into the top 32 in the challenge is like really good score, and going into the top 8 is like really one good one. So if somebody is going into the top 8 and do not win that, it doesn't mean it's like a bad player or the deck is bad. It means that he just don't win, and it's probably a really good player. And then we have in the second place we got Goyr's Vengeance, quite good to get deck, very low in the meta share and has like very good presence in the top 8. And then we have like two similar decks, it's Azorius Control and the Prowess. Then we have Affinity. It has like a very good representation in the meta games, so it goes basically lower than. So basically, you can see in this week we do not have like those very brackets, and this chart looks like basically linear. So it's good. I believe it's good because there is no like one over representing deck and other are like lower. They like have a lot of decks has their own place. Okay, so what is interesting, and I notice in the data, that is that not all the decks win the same challenges. Look at here, like for Boros Energy, Goyr's Vengeance, Prowess, and the Domain Zoo, they win challenge 64, so the bigger one. And then, if you look for Affinity and Amulet Titan, then win the challenge 32. So the smaller one. And I have no idea why it happened. Probably these players just play better in those challenges. I don't know if there is like any correlation between like which challenge was played and which deck wins which challenge. I basically do not believe that Affinity can't win challenge 64, but this is like interesting score. Look at that. It's like Boros, Goyros, Prowess, and Domain Zoo goes into the challenge 64. They win those, and Affinity and Amulet Titan win like challenge 32. Interesting, like data. You watching this, so I assume that you like the data, so it looks like that. And preparation priorities for upcoming week 27 of 2026 year. So Affinity, you must be prepared against Affinity. So prepare your brother schools and uh other like Affinity hate cards. Then we have Boros Energy. Of course, still powerful deck. Still, you need to be prepared against it. And Goyr's Vengeance. So it's like a tiered deck, and its rising has quite nice win rate, and is like extremely powerful and extremely dangerous deck. But it's not easy to play. You need to remember that. If you're like new to the modern and see that Goyr's Vengeance winning the challenges, and you say, okay, I will take the Goyr's Vengeance into run, remember that it will be not that easy. You need to put a lot of effort to play this deck and master it. Then what is the watch list? Eldrazi Tron, really good encounter rate, really good top 8 in the challenges, but no wins. But it's still powerful deck. Esper Blink. Blink is going back, and the Esper is, in my opinion, worse than just Blink. They have more angles of attack. Then we have Amulet Titan, and Amulet Titan is always dangerous. It doesn't matter if it was hit by the bans, it's still powerful. Be prepared for Amulet Titan, so maybe putting some of Ashiok into the sideboard is like a good plan. And for Esper, it basically might be good to start play again Doorkeeper tool. We will see. Uh, then lower priority. Living End is falling, and be prepared because you will meet this deck, but it is not as popular just after the bans. Prowess, it falls a little bit, but it plays good in the challenges, so I believe it will be rise. So remember about Prowess because it's quite powerful deck. And Rubby Storm, mm, when Living End goes down and people start to take out the hate piece against Living End, the Ruby Storm probably will rise again because they will be not such hate for this deck. And then what's on the radar? Look at that. We have the Rack. It won the challenge. It's under the 5% of the metagame. Blue, red, green. And this is Prowess. And this is Prowess deck. It is right like that. I need to put it together to the Prowess. I forget to do it, but this is Prowess deck. So it's quite popular, and there's like a player who played very well in the challenges. Then Jeskai Blink, it get back, but basically is more like Jeskai Control. So those decks are quite similar right now, and I will try to prepare for both of those. And then what are key takeaways? Aggro is back. And Affinity is the new deck number one. The trophy splits, as I say. It's strange because we got Challenge 32 and Challenge 64, and different decks win those challenges, but still they are like really good. What about Graveyard? The Graveyard is still a really good. You need to be careful about Goyr's Vengeance, but Living End is falling, and I believe this is a good sign for devoted Living End players because there will be people will start to take out the hate piece and they can start to play against. And Domain Zoo is best tracked deck 67 win rate, but believe me, it's like very wild CI. So don't look at that. But play ball wins one of the challenges. So we have like stable zoo list again, and until the ban of Quantum Riddler, we can play that. Okay, so to the end, as always, best pilots of week 26. So Radix 7, he play Amulet Titan, has 2 wins and 2 top 8s. Really good. Congratulations. Number 2, Ace at 5. Goyr's Vengeance, look at that. 1 win, 3 top 8s. Number 3, Juice Spinator, 1 win, 2 top 8s. Really good score. Congratulations. Just after the box. Wandering Ones, Affinity, 1 win, 2 top 8s. Really good score. Unispirit Mehagic, Esper Blink. Yeah, Esper Blink, powerful deck. 1 win, 1 top 8. MG23, Boros Energy, 1 win, 1 top 8. Really good score. Playboy, congratulations, my friend. I must say that I'm really happy to see Zoo player in this best pilot number 7 of the challenge players in the last week. Domain Zoo, 1 win, 1 top 8. And Rice Tackler number 8. He plays the Rock, 1 win, 1 top 8. So congratulations for all these pilots. And this is all for today. And I must say, in the next week, there will be no metagame breakdown because I'm going for vacation. But after that, I will come back and make it again. So, see you in the next 2 weeks. I will try to put content into the channel, like the leaks, as always. Maybe one in each 2 days to have enough content for like those 2 weeks when I will be out for vacation. But I hope you will go into the channel, left some comments. I will have my phone with me, so I try to answer those. I hope you like this metagame breakdown. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next 2 weeks. Bye. Thank you for watching.